Uncovering the secrets and exposing the lies. That's what readers of freedomsphoenix.com get every day. Readers of freedomsphoenix.com are constantly provided the information that detail the real news between the lines of propaganda about government policies and the true relationship we all have with coercive governments. Learn the true condition of our economy, innovations and technological breakthroughs in energy, health, computer science, and space travel. Learn the truth well before it's admitted to in the lamestream media, the media that is so last century. Corporate media has evolved into nothing more than distributors of government propaganda, but we now have a fantastic alternative. FreedomsPhoenix.com provides constant news updates on the issues that affect our lives in the most important ways. Our liberty and our property are under constant attack, and FreedomsPhoenix.com provides the understanding behind the propaganda while encouraging the participation of our readers. Join us at FreedomsPhoenix.com. That's freedoms with an S, Phoenix.com. FreedomsPhoenix.com, where the revolution between the ears has already matured.
It's time for Declare Your Independence with Ernest Hancock.
Oh, the future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Now, we're talking with the creators of the movie Guns and Weed, Michael Dean and Neema Vedadi. And I want to emphasize this one opportunity for you. In 2009, at our Freedom Summit, we had a movie night. Thursday night, we did the movie. Friday night was the beginning of the summit, and then the summit went Saturday and Sunday full day. Now, we incorporated, Dr. Paul came and spoke for his third time at the Freedom Summit. And the movie For Liberty had just been done and released. And we said, you know what? We'll go ahead and do this, what I'd like to do for you. We went ahead and contacted Harkins Theaters. It's a big theater chain locally owned here. They, are real popular and have, in the big malls and all that kind of stuff. And they have a couple of old theaters where they show art films. Now, they have one in Scottsdale and they have one right by Arizona State University on Mill Avenue. And it's very nice, and you can rent it. It costs like, $1,000, $1,500 or something like that. And you can sell tickets and do whatever, and it's your responsibility to collect them at the door. Well, what we did is we went ahead and we had the radio show done live from there. We made a big deal out of it. It was part of the summit, and a lot of people came that have not seen that movie, and they're going, ooh, that was good. Now, if we do this here in Phoenix at Tempe, Arizona State University, and pump it up, and I get Harkins to take this movie, which... Arizona's a little bit different. I would think they're more commercial, and they're just like, yeah, whatever, give me the money. So we'll see. If you guys are willing to do that, I'll work it out, and we'll have us a theatrical premiere here in Tucson, Arizona by ASU and have us some fun. What say ye?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd be honored, and I could probably come out in person to do a Q&A because I have relatives there, and I owe them a visit anyway.
A requirement, and I need the movie.
Well, we'll talk. I'll get you a copy afterwards. Stay on after the interview and give me your real address because the address, I know I sent you one. I think your elves absconded with it or else it's sitting in a pile.
Well, my address is at the bottom of, God, I hope I didn't lose it. We're in the process of moving, so it might, Lord knows where.
Oh, just stay on after the interview and we'll chat. And
okay, no, my email address of my home is at the bottom, very bottom of the front page of Freedom's Phoenix.
Yeah, I sent you one. I think it's sitting under a pile in the office.
Oh!
Or I think one of your one of your elves absconded with it.
Yeah, my wife. It might be in a pile, so I apologize if I missed it. But go ahead and we'll talk about it. But I want to make sure that people understand this is an important tool in the activist quiver. It's a nice arrow to have to be able to articulate where the commonality is between these two issues. Now, we see a lot of stuff in the news. Weed has almost become, I don't know, cool. I mean, Jay Leno's been hammering it for years. But
Schwarzenegger got high. He admits it.
Yeah,
it's mainstream.
Deal.
It's mainstream.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I'm building up to is that there are other things that they're starting to divert their attention to because there are other products that are coming up that the youngins are inhaling. There's, I can't remember what they call it. One's spice, and there's another one called something. But any report I get from people, they're like, yeah, no, I don't like that. That give me the homegrown. And but do I need the government to decide that it should be illegal, or just let the free market kind of, that's just bad stuff. Or, maybe it's good for others. I just don't want to be in a position that I got the government deciding for me. But I would imagine that you guys heard about this, and there's all kinds of legislation you're keeping track of.
Well, I'm gonna give you my take on that, and then let Neema talk. We haven't let Neema talk yet. Neema should talk. He's smarter than me. Wyoming is about to outlaw spice right now, and I just wrote this letter. It got published in the Casper Tribune and the Jackson Hole newspaper, and I also emailed it to all the representatives that are co-sponsoring the outlaw spice bill. I'll read it to you. It's pretty short. It says, some Wyoming legislatures are rushing to ban spice, synthetic marijuana. I don't do drugs, but I'd vote against criminalizing it. Outlawing things only pushes them underground where they do not go away, but simply move into the hands of thugs. And if you outlaw something, people will still do it and also find more dangerous alternatives. I find it ironic that some of the same politicians who want to legalize concealed carry without a permit, which I'm in favor of because it's none of the government's business, and want to repeal Obamacare, I'm in favor of repeal, to keep the government out of our lives, and who back the cowboy code of personal responsibility, also want to empower our state governments with more nanny laws like spice bans and tobacco ordinances on private property. Nanny laws have unintended consequences. If pot were legal, people wouldn't smoke the possibly more dangerous spice. If you outlaw spice, people will probably huff gasoline, a substance which is much more dangerous and impossible to ban. It's an endless battle. Are we winning the war on drugs? No. And the war on drugs causes violence. And the violence only increases the more illegal you make something because there's more money in it for people willing to break the law, which attracts more thugs. Alcohol prohibition in the 1920s didn't get rid of alcohol. It put booze into the hands of the mafia and led to shootouts in the streets. Wyoming should follow the lead of other states and legalize medical marijuana. Do we fiscally conservative Wyoming taxpayers really want to pay millions to house and feed people in prison for doing something less harmful than alcohol? And if you call 911 in a real emergency, do you want the police to respond quickly or be stuck across town babysitting by arresting adults who've aggressed against no one to protect people from themselves? Banning every new thing that comes along is the camel's nose under the tent. Outlaw spice and they'll end up outlawing Happy Meals and lead ammunition and hunting and legal carry of guns. Banning every new thing that comes along is an unwinnable battle under the guise of think of the children, but it really just gives the government more power over every aspect of our lives. And I signed it. And it's like, one of the guys I sent this to is a guy who wants machine guns legal and wants open carry legal and wants concealed carry without a permit legal, but he wants cigarette smoking banned in bars, and he wants spice illegal. What the fuck,
Bad trash can word, but I agree. Now the thing is that I see where you're going with this. I saw before you even had the movie done. We had the show before. I understand the ramifications of everything that you said, and I think you guys did a fantastic job. And sooner or later, that thing's going to get bootlegged whether I do it or not. And so, we're going to try and hold that off as long as we can.
It's already bootlegged. It's on Pirate Bay.
I'm sorry. What is that website?
PirateBay.org.
PirateBay.org.
And it's actually linked from our website, gunsandweed.com.
Gunsandweed.com. Okay.
But it is coming out commercially. We're doing this really weird business plan. It's like, give it away free on the internet, but DVDs cost $100.
Cool. Very cool, very cool. Well, I'm looking for the kind of feedback that you might be getting from the other side. I mean, we have two industries. They are industries. There's advocacies, there's special interests, there's freedom-oriented just individuals, and then you got the kind of isolated people that are in the gun industry and isolated people that are in the marijuana industry, because it has become an industry. I saw it happen here in Arizona. In fact, AZ Normal, we were very much against this taxing thing and how they were, talking about promoting it. And we're just like, we're just not interested. I mean, you're welcome to come and talk to us. You're welcome to come on the show. We're friends with some of the people. But I see where this is going. You're just being a foot soldier for the the industry, the marijuana medical complex.
We hate, I hate, I think Neema too, hates the idea of single interest, special interest groups, Like, the NRA hates the pot people. Normal hates the gun people. Everybody has their own little thing. And people who vote, for instance, I know you don't believe in voting, but it's a good example of how people think. People who are into pot being legal will vote for a candidate who wants to legalize pot, regardless of what other heinous stuff he wants to do. And people who want to protect their gun rights will vote for someone who promises to do that, no matter what else people do, whatever else they do. And it's like, if you're into single issues, you're going to be so fragmented that all the liberty's going to eventually go away anyway.
I'm hip. We want to do a theatrical release here on Freedom's Phoenix and declare your independence. We'll talk about more when we come back here in just a little bit. You guys don't go away.
Neema, you got to jump in. I'll shut up.
Okay.
This is Ernest Hancock. I'm publisher of freedomsphoenix.com and the radio talk show host of Declare Your Independence. Now, I want to give you my personal endorsement of a wealthy U.S. citizen that is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He's produced a video for you. It's a real eye-opener, and I want to make sure that you have an opportunity to watch it. www.endofamerica, the numbers 1 and 7.com. Endofamerica17.com. This video has the history of how we got where we are now and where we're going and why. Now, it's a lengthy video. It'll be about 20 minutes, but you need to watch this so you understand what's going to happen to this country and how you can protect your wealth and even benefit financially. Now, you go there. It's free. I want you to watch this video. You need to have this information so that you can survive the economic collapse that's coming to America. It's not if, it's when. That's End of America, the numbers 1 and 7.com. After you watch it, you'll understand why I endorse it.